Hey, welcome to Matter. My name is Gab. I'll be your installation assistant for this. Today we're going to be going over the Vela Lumina fire alarm system. First impressions, absolutely stunning. Both light and dark applications, just chef's kiss. Right from the box, if you download it from Parcel, you get, of course, your main control node. You have 3 styles of call points. You have voice sounders. You have input-output units, which are black, white, and transparent. You have your power supply units, mostly for decoration. I don't know if these will ever be functional. You have some standard AVs. You have more of those there, but sounder and VAD only configurations. You have bases. You have, of course, detector heads. You have built-in sounders with detectors. You can tell by this little icon right there. Yeah, that's about first impressions. You have a zone chart right here as well. I don't know if this is functional or not yet. I haven't seen it actually turn on yet, but I could be mistaken, of course. Layout is, it's the first impression you see the layout. It's really different because you don't really see nodes or parameters to configure like this. It's either RFS or like Valiant or something like that. But you get your call point reset key, which is required. These don't automatically reset. You have your network, which is the entire system, and then global dependencies. As a heads up, you will never need to use this global dependencies. This is for system setup only. As you can see, you can't really do anything even if you wanted to. It is completely closed source. I'm not entirely too sure if they do what they used to do. Tampering with the code is, of course, prohibited and may land you a blacklist. Please, of course, always refer back to Vela for further information regarding their policies. It is always a good idea to go ahead and make sure you get the file from the original source and never from a third-party source, as this may compromise the security of your game. Using any bypass methods such as OLSSA or further things like that can result you a blacklist within Vela simply because it is bypassing their licensing system. First, we're going to do some very general setup, then we're going to go into the more advanced stuff, and then we're going to do a very quick tone demonstration test. First off, let's take a look at the panel. There's no configuration within attributes or inside the panel at all. All of it is handled in the local dependencies, which is what you will be using to configure the system. You have your loop 1, your loop 2, loop 3, and loop 4. Note that the system does have fault recognition, meaning if there's too many devices in loop 1, you'll get an error code loop 201, 202, 203, and 204. You can find more information about this within the Vela Communications server linked down below in the description. You have the power supplies, of course. As I said, if I haven't already, I do not believe these are functional and do anything at the moment. They might later, but it's always important to double check your sources. Let's take a look at the local dependencies. You will probably never need to configure the VAD sync ever. These are both for your cause and effect. This is your general configuration, which has your user codes. As they say, it is an array of valid user codes. This basically allows you to silence, reset, evacuate, and then that's about it. Master codes can do all of that, except they can also enable walk test and view the log. Engineer code can do all the above, including more within the engineering menu, not completed yet. This is your authentication timeout. I believe this is in seconds. Whenever you log in, you are given 30 seconds to perform your action, and then it automatically locks itself. You of course can always re-authenticate should you need more time allocated. Remote logging, this is for webhook services. Enable this to enable, or false to disable. Note, but HTTP services will always be enabled regardless if this value is set to true or false for licensing checks. Webhook URL, this is of course your URL. I do not believe that the system has a built-in proxy, so you may need to use one. I'm linking a great one down below. Loop data, this is used for communication with the system. You should not use this. Manual call point whitelist configuration. This enables it or not. Set this to your actual group ID, or set to false to disable it. The ranks that are able to actually lift the call point covers. I do not believe that these call points work without a cover. They might, but I've not tested it yet. OpenIO is an open communication platform developed originally by Orway, and is still in some systems here today. But because the system is in beta, it hasn't either been implemented yet or it's been disabled. until a stable version has been released. Let's take a look at the device configurations. I'm just going to go over one call point. They all have the same configuration, but you can do just about anything about the same thing for all of them. You have your device name, which you'll never guess what that does. I promise you won't. It's the device name. Shocking. The device zone, so you can group them together and create like a little zone, like lobby, welcome center, whatever you want to call it. Your input type. This is the type of action that this device will send to the system. So this one's set to fire. You can have this one set to alert, and this one set to emergency, depending on your needs. You can also create custom events, I believe, as well within the event matrix. You have indoor version and outdoor version. All of these I/O units have 2 channels in them, meaning you could have more than one output doing one thing. Okay, so channel 1 is set to unnamed Lumina interface channel 1 and channel 2, of course. The device zone input for channel 1 and channel 2. Input type channel 1 also is applicable to the output action as well, meaning this will also allow fire input, but this will also dictate what happens to the relay on channel number 1. So if a fire event is tripped, relay number 1 will activate. Let's say this is set to alert. The relay number 2 will not, because it's set to alert and not fire. Of course, you can change those to your custom events as well. These are your sounder groups. I'm not entirely too sure why they have sounder groups with these. Probably just more grouping options. I guess, yeah, because it is considered an output. Technically, yes, you can group them with sounder groups if that's what you wish. For power supplies, used for decoration purposes. You have your audio visuals, you have your name, the device zone, you can change the flash if you would like, or the color, I suppose, and then the standard group. All these. To change volume, it's kind of weird. Since this system uses the audio API, you need to go to the hardware, emitter, base piezo, and then if you know what you're doing, you can mess with the emission, but please be careful. That's pretty basic setup. If you want to go all out and be advanced, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to set up the event matrix so that you can do all that. Oh yeah, here's your event matrix, by the way. This is cause and effect. This is for your standard group configurations. That's what these are. Yeah, so fire. This dictates what zone activates this. Zone 0 is every single zone. So just keep that in mind. So every single zone will activate group 1 for fire. Special 1 can be defined as a class change or whatever you like it to be, whatever this is defined as. And then make this class change, you can do special 1. Or if you want to have this set alert, you can just change this to alert, and now alert will be a class change. Back up top, you have your priority. 0 is the lowest. In this array, 4 is the highest. So your tone ID can be found with this table down here. It's set to 970 hertz for half a second to 630 hertz for half a second. So alternate do or some similar to that. Let's go ahead and snatch this away. Thank you. Voice ID. This is for voice sounders. Most of them are private. The sounds for these, so just as a heads up. Starts VADs. This basically dictates if the VADs will flash with this event. For fire and alert and emergency, you probably should have this on for those who are hard to sight. But it's up to you. You have your action duration. Oh, sorry, flash rate. This dictates how many times it flashes per second. So it flashes once per 1 second. Yeah. Action duration. This is how long it latches for. I don't know why you want that. I guess maybe a pre-alarm. That's the best I can do for you. Localized. If it is only using this local or loop data, or if it's using global network. Fire and emergencies, probably keep these to false, but like class change or special 1 in this case is set to true because you only want that one node to go to class change. Here's your evacuate key parameters. On the UI, you'll see a little red button that says evacuate. I bet you won't guess what that does. I guarantee you won't. Yeah, it evacuates the building. Here's your key tone, and of course, this is the tones you can choose from. So whenever that's pressed, you can have a different sound playing from all these. Evacuate key voice, also down there. Flash rate, it has basically the same thing as up here, except for these two differences. Global evacuation key and block network evac keys. They have pretty good commentary on here already, so I don't really think I need to go into in-depth in this, but global evacuation key is only, like, changes to false if you only want this one network to go into alarm whenever you press it. So like a more localized version of evac. Keep it to true if you want it to be a whole, like, setup wide. Set this true if you want to block any network evacuation key events from this panel. So if like another panel were to press evac, if this were to set to true, this one will not go on. Okay. Networking is incredibly simple. They made it about as simple as you can make it. See this node frame right here? Duplicate it, snatch, and we're going to just name this node number 2. Alright. You have here, of course, main node right here, and we're going to have a secondary node right here. Okay. It's a good idea to assign everyone a specific access code, by the way. You probably should not have the same access code for everybody, which is why I like using Lumina, because it gives you the option to do that. Oh, I didn't go recall port configuration. Here's your device name, zone, input type, that's where you can change that, and report initiator. It sends the activator's name to the panel so you can see who did it. It's pretty helpful, actually. I call it the snitch function. It allows you to see exactly who's doing what. The logs in the system are extremely thorough, so you won't need to worry about anyone tampering with the system, I guarantee it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and give this a quick little test. I'm going to give you a headphone warning. It is bright and it is loud. So just as a little heads up, alright? It'd be great if it would load, of course. What? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Well, it looks like we got to do a little walking here since I don't have shift to sprint in this game. Why is it so laggy? Don't mind that. I'm just testing something out. Hey, so yeah, we're not doing that. No. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna find my character in here. Oh, hey, looky there. Now we're here. Here's the UI. I love how this looks. It just looks so fresh and clean. It just chef's kiss. Home button, back button. Here's the evacuation key button. System functions. This is programming, not available yet. Maintenance. We're gonna enter our level 3, or I believe it's level 2 and above that can access this, or master and above. Walk test. Disable. Go back. You can silence the buzzer from this. You can silence the alarm. You can reset it if you need. This is 1, 2, and 3 levels, so you can of course view your log. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it tells you everything. Warp test disabled. Yeah. It's an incredibly nice system. They did a really good job. And of course, you can evacuate. There's that sound that we know and love. Yep. Node 2. Yeah, that's about right. Right. And then reset. And just like that, this has been reset successfully. So the system is really cool though, because it actually has two-part verification for fires. So you can have one fire going on right here, and if there's another one over there, it'll basically tell you the fire's confirmed. Yep, see, fire confirmed, and fire protection confirmed. The LED has both illuminated. And just that, there you have it, and there you are. You can find the system being installed here at Omniplex. This is our little thing. like our European base headquarters, and there appears to be why are the things silenced, but it's reset? Okay, that's weird. Reset, thank you. It's really bizarre. Never had that happen. Um, but yeah, so that's about it for this video. I hope that this helped you, and if it did, please feel free to subscribe and possibly give us a like. That would really help us out. Share to your friends that may be having issues setting up the system. Like I said before, it is a really good idea to always ensure you get this from the official place. Uh, they have a parcel hub, which is where you can purchase this. You should never ever try and get it for free by someone. This will probably get you in trouble with Vela, and you don't want that. I promise you. Um, it's not fun. Um, yeah, that's really all I have for you. If you have any more comments, questions, or concerns, you are more than welcome to leave a comment down below. If you have any other questions that I might be able to answer, join Vela. Their Discord will be down below in the comments, or not the comments, the description, along with Matter if you're curious. We hope that this video has helped. Uh, well, if it didn't, of course, you're welcome to let us know why it didn't, and we'd really appreciate that as well. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I hope you have a great one. See ya!